Hello, everybody. I wanted to walk through as far as I know, the correct way to play Soft Place to Land by Sara Bareilles. If you look at some of her live videos, I'm pretty sure this is what she is doing, but let's get into it. First off, you have to tune your guitar into basically open D tuning, which is essentially guitar is tuned into a D major chord. So that's going to be D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Okay. In some versions, she even plays it like this, but in the recording in another version, she'll put a capo on it. And then you're left with what is essentially open E major tuning. And that's kind of the trick to all of this. Otherwise, the chords are really difficult to do, but you do it like this and not difficult at all. And it sounds great. So let's talk about the chord shapes. So we're in open E tuning, and the first two chords, which essentially make up like 80% of the song, are as follows. So this is basically like what you would think of as an E7 shape. So think of like, you got your E shape, but then lift up your ring finger. And so that makes it so the D is open, the D string is open. And then you end up with this. So that's your first chord. And then the second chord, you just slide that exact same shape, leaving all those strings open, but two notes, just 2 frets up. And those are your first 2 chords. Now, as far as the strumming pattern, I won't go into a ton of detail, but you can think of it in terms of like 6 beats per chord, and every downstroke is a beat. So you end up with something that sounds something like this. Right. So again, you can count those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And occasionally what she'll do, especially in the live version, is she'll actually, before going back to the next chord, she'll do 1 beat of just open strings. So it sounds like 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Right. So that's the main riff, and that again is like 80% of the song. Now there's 3 other riffs. 2 of them are very, very similar. The first one that she goes into, she transitions from the second chord, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then plays this chord. Now, this is the same as the first chord, but you have that F sharp on the low E string. And you can think of that as like doing an E major shape, but move both your ring and middle finger up 1 string each. Leave the pointer finger where it was. So that's the G string first fret for that pointer finger. But you end up with this chord. And again, that big difference is that low F sharp being added with the sound. Okay. And then we transition. We do that for essentially 12 beats, so 2 6s. And then you transition to this fun chord, which you can leave your middle finger and ring finger on those low strings, but slide up to the 5th fret. And then I like to put my pinky down, 5th fret on the G string. Okay, so you leave that D open, which is almost open the entire song except for 1 chord. And then you end up with this sound. So she does 1 transition chord between these 2 chords for 1 beat, and so it kind of goes like this. You do 2 6s, but on the second one, the 6th beat, you play this chord, which is just the same shape slid up once before moving into this shape. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? And then you would do 6 beats of this chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you end on this chord. And that's kind of got an A minor sound to it, but that's just an E major shape slid up so that your ring finger and middle finger on the 5th fret. Just like that. Then you hold it out. So altogether that riff sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then you would start the riff back over. Okay, so then this next riff, really quickly, we start off after doing 6 beats of the second chord that we do in the main riff. Start off with that chord that we learned earlier, that's 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, so 5th fret on the E, the A, and the G string, again, leaving that D open. So, and this is the part that's like, it's nothing that you feel, okay, so it's 6 beats, and then 6 beats on this chord, which it's basically the same as what we did before, but lift your pointer finger up. So you have ring finger, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the E and the A string. Leave the other one open. Sometimes I see in live versions, it looks like she does play it like the other one, where she does have the finger down. I think it sounds great without it, but if you want to put it down, that seems what she does in the live versions. In the recording, I don't know. It goes well with the melody at the very least, but so 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we play this chord, and this is kind of a weird D chord, I think. And that's 1st fret G string, 2nd fret on the D string, and 3rd fret on the A string, and everything else is open. Okay. And we're gonna do 9 beats of that, followed by 3 beats of the chord we just came from. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then she ends on that same chord. In the recording, I think it sounds like the pointer finger comes up, giving you that note. So I don't see her doing that live, but it sounds like it's there in the recording. It's hard to say. So anyway, that whole riff is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back into the main riff. Okay. And then she one more time does a riff. It's very similar to the other riff that we already learned. The only difference is that she spends 3 whole beats on that transition chord, which is 4, 4, 3, which is just that shape slid up. So all that you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then one strum, just one strum on this one of that same chord where it's 5, 5, 5 on the E, A, and G string, right? And then before going into the main riff again, she does strum a little bit with it completely open, so it kind of sounds like, just like that. And then the song ends with just one strum of that 2nd chord. So, sugar, butter, flour. Anyway, those are all of the riffs. Tried to go through them really quickly. Again, I think this is the most accurate way to play the song, the way that Sara plays it live. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you.